It has been raining almost nonstop here in Southern California. So much that everything that I've had planned to film outside, and there's a lot, been rained out. And then I realized, well, wait a second, I've been living here in LA for 3 years, and I still have yet had the opportunity to visit the Academy Museum. And that's what we're doing today. We're starting this video off on the top floor of the Academy Museum, mainly because every time I shoot a video, I always try to find the highest point I can get to, because I'm all about the scenery. And look at this. Right now I'm standing on top of one of the theaters here. It's the biggest theater. And what a view. Complete open air. Now here's the thing about the Academy Museum. It is massive. There's just way too much to see. You're definitely not going to be able to show you everything. I don't want to. I want you guys to come here and check it out. But I'm going to do my best to show you some of the most popular pop culture movies, from The Godfather to The Dark Crystal to Batman Returns, and a little bit of film history. Just a little bit. Enjoy.
Wherever I come, bad luck is coming my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always coming my way.
This place is massive, multiple floors. I think there was like 5 different floors, and the first exhibit we come to is Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest. Look at how massive that tapestry is. Actually used in the movie. It can be seen in the windows in the cafe scenes.
No good, sir. You can't get involved in this.
That's crazy. Talk about Hollywood movie magic. Look at these stills from the movie of them filming. You can see that they used multiple different tapestries. Storyboards from the Mount Rushmore chase scene. It's such an amazing movie too. We still need to do the filming locations to this.
If you could have found out what that rosebud meant, I bet that would have explained everything.
No, I don't think so. Mr. Kane was a man who got everything he wanted and then lost it. Maybe Rosebud was something he couldn't get or something he lost.
Now what you're looking at right now is one of 3 Rosebud sleds that were used in the movie that were thrown in the furnace. Orson Welles didn't like the first take, so they did the second one. They threw the second sled in, and he actually liked that one, and this is the only one that remains. And it's here at the museum. Now this is really cool. It's an actual script draft from Citizen Kane. That's pretty freaking wild. Next up, we have a section devoted to Bruce Lee. Here's one of the many different costumes Bruce Lee wore in Enter the Dragon. The plaque says he wore blue, brown, and black in the movie. That's pretty cool. They even have a pair of Bruce Lee's nunchucks here on display. Man, this is cool. I am officially losing my mind. It's a script with drawings by Bruce Lee for Enter the Dragon. Now this is really cool to look at as well. It says fight sequence drawing by Bruce Lee for the movie Enter the Dragon. Lee carefully planned his fight scenes using sketches such as these. They have another display here for Alfred Hitchcock. It looks like it goes from the movie Rebecca, well, the book to the movie Rebecca. And a little further down it goes to The Birds and then Psycho. Oh, come on. Now they're killing me. Up here on the wall, they actually have storyboards for the movie The Birds. Man, that's cool. I had no idea that this was here. I feel like it's been a long time since we visited a place and I said, I want that in our house. I need this in our house. I mean, look how beautiful this is. And it's all framed. Oh, man. The next area is a giant room dedicated to the Godfather trilogy. It's massive. Now, what you're looking at right now is a recreated set of Corleone's office. But the desk and the chair, those are real. They're actually from the movie. Now this is crazy. They even have the prop horse head that they used during rehearsals. For the actual scene, for filming, they used a real horse head that was severed. They got it from a slaughterhouse. But this is cool just to see this. Talk about old school Hollywood. Headpiece worn by Greta Garbo and Mata Hari. Is that 1931? Yeah, 1931. Next room we walk into, there's a costume, this magnificent costume worn by Julia Roberts as the Queen in the movie Mirror Mirror. They even have Martin Sheen's costume from the movie Badlands, a movie about spree killer Charles Starkweather. Man, I didn't expect to see something like that here. They even have David Bowie's costume from Labyrinth, complete with bulge and all. There really is just so much to look at here, but every now and then you find yourself in these pockets of awesomeness. For instance, on the right-hand side, it's Beetlejuice's wig from the movie Beetlejuice. On the left, Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy. The wig from Mrs. Doubtfire. And Joyce's wig from Edward Scissorhands. I mean, come on, how cool is this? I know, this is cool. This floor has puppets. Mr. and Mrs. Fox from the Fantastic Mr. Fox, Wes Anderson. Now this is just amazing to see. From Frankenweenie, we have Victor Frankenstein and Sparky. They even have a bunch of Jack Skellington heads from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Look at that face. Now this is pretty cool. A performance capture rig, what they used in the movie Avatar and Avatar 2. Same case, right below that they have some reference models for the T-1000 from Terminator 2. They actually have a pretty large section dedicated to the Dark Crystal. Here's the Mystic right here. They even have a Landstrider puppet. Would you look at that? This one is a lot to take in, so I'm going to take it a little extra slow. But this is the Gourmand Skeksis. And if I come over this way, maybe we can get a better look at his face. That's insane. They even have the Gelfling Kira's animatronic here. Wow. The Terminator T-800 animatronic. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, we have an orc mask. They even have the amphibian suit worn by Doug Jones and Del Toro's The Shape of Water. Now that is cool. There's a closer look at the mask. Can you imagine being in that thing? Next up we have Edward Scissorhands, the actual costume worn by Johnny Depp, as well as the scissor hands themselves. I want it. There's a lot of things here that I want. Holy heckins. The costume worn by Gary Oldman in Bram Stoker's Dracula. I want to wear it. I'm not gonna lie, I want to wear it. And would you look at that? It even comes with matching boots. That is definitely impressive indeed. One of my all-time favorite movies is Donnie Darko. And they have James Duvall's costume here as Frank. How amazing is this? Look at that. This is nuts. I never thought I'd ever get to see any of this stuff in person, yet here it is. A head appliance from the movie Alien. They have a spacesuit from 2001: A Space Odyssey. I could spend all day in this place if they would just let me try things on. They even have the Ares 1B lunar landing shuttle from the movie. They even have one of the vid phones from Blade Runner. A screen-used C-3PO costume from Star Wars. Yeah, I'd have to try this one on too. Well, if you have a screen-used C-3PO costume, you have to have a screen-used R2-D2 costume, and they do. I will say this, Hollywood does love using matte paintings. This one here is from Batman Returns. This one's just as cool from Batman Returns as well. Wow. And would you look at that? They even have a matte painting from the Batcave from Batman Returns. This may not look like much, but this is the facial appliance created for Danny DeVito in Batman Returns. But out of it all, this is the coolest thing that they have here for Batman Returns. It's actually Cobblepot Manor. They built this thing, and look how massive it is. Oh my God, I'm shaking. This is kind of hard to see because it's backlit. But what you're looking at right now is a full-size scale model of Bruce from Jaws, created from the original mold. It's massive. They have it hanging, suspended, if you will, above the escalators. And here's the costume worn by Sammy Davis Jr. in the movie Porgy and Bess. He's a very small man. This dress here was worn by Lena Horne in a movie that came out in 1943 called Stormy Weather.
Happiness, and I guess all those things you've always pined for.
Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science, fellow members of the motion picture industry, and honored guests. This is one of the happiest moments of my life. And I want to thank each one of you who had a part in selecting me for one of the awards. For your kindness, it has made me feel very, very humble. And I shall always hold it as a beacon for anything that I may be able to do in the future. I sincerely hope I shall always be a credit to my race and to the motion picture industry. My heart is too full to tell you just how I feel.
Now this is nice. They have a section here dedicated to Hattie McDaniel. First black person to win a competitive Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for her performance as Mammy in Gone with the Wind, 1939. Now I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty cool. It was just a little sad. I wish Jessica was with me, especially with all the Dark Crystal stuff. I guarantee you we will be coming back. They changed the exhibits here and there, and I also heard a little rumor that at some point, maybe next year, a section devoted to horror might be coming. And if that's the case, definitely become members. You can come here and you can watch different movies, especially if you are a member. And you know what? I don't understand. I don't know why we haven't joined yet, and I feel like we should. Probably will. Until next time, happy Halloween.
Wherever I come, I've had luck. Just comes my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is that it stays. Good luck. luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always